Hello. Welcome to the weekly writing group meeting here, the Saturday writing group here on Book Art Media. I am known as Sebastian, and I completely forgot to turn the names back on. Show display names. There we go. There's Deb. There's the wonderful Deb, who is a sweetheart, who is here today. And we're going to start out as our new thing. First, I'm just going to say hi, Sharon. Hello, Jeanette, and everyone else who is lurking. We're going to do a 25-minute writing sprint. So whatever you can work on, gather together, add to, whatever you can manage. Good luck. Bon chance. We can do it. All right, and then we'll just talk about how we're doing, how we're feeling about the writing, what creative things we're doing, because that's really the goal here is expressing what is inside you. That is the goal. So, all right, Deb, was there anything you wanted to chime in? I know that you said that you got a lot of writing done this week.
I did. I got 1,500 words, which is a miracle for me. And yeah, and I got to a very gnarly murder scene that I had to go through, and so yeah, that part is always ugly. But for the sprint, I'm going to write a pleasant scene.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh wow, murder scene. Luckily, with what I'm writing, the murders happen off screen because it's a cozy. So
Yeah,
she
right.
but she does find the bodies, and it's a time loop. So she keeps finding.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. I definitely want to read those.
Oh, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm trying. But no, I know what you mean about there are some places your stories go that you're just like, well, that was miserable. But no, what is it? No tears in the writer, no tears in the reader.
Right.
I think is the saying. So, all right. I know Lynette. I saw on Twitter. She said that this is a 10,000 word weekend.
Oh my gosh! I can hardly imagine.
Me too. But that's what she tweeted. So next week I'm gonna poke her about it. Hey, how'd it go? So
Yeah.
anyway, no biggie. All right. Well, let me pull up our little timer, a little timery doodad, and then we will mute ourselves. But everyone is welcome to join in and to share screen. There's no audio. So I will eventually work out some audio since I think we're going to keep doing this. But as for now, okay. All right. There is that. I'm going to mute myself. And is everybody ready to sprint? Okay. Let's do it. And thank you all for being here. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
How you doing?
I am good. I'm sorry again for running late, but we've been tied up all day, and I wanted to make sure I did get here though in time to at least participate in the second half. So,
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. So I hear it's your anniversary. You said in the chat. Congratulations.
it is. Thank you. And we have no children today, and I could count on one hand how many times we've not had children in the last 13 years. So we've been, just living it up. I mean, going to used bookstores.
Oh, nice.
I mean, just oh yeah.
Just like
Just living the life. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love used bookstores.
I know, so do I. I picked up entirely too much, but that's okay.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
So.
Allison's here.
Yay!
Yay.
Allison, how are you?
Hi, Allison.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Oh my gosh. You look beautiful. Everything around you looks beautiful.
Oh,
Look
thank
at
you. Thank
you.
you. Hi, I have a problem in that I forgot that we were an hour earlier because we don't have daylight savings time here.
Right.
So
Oh.
I'm puttering around looking through YouTube and see that you're live now. It's like, what?
Oh, well, we just all we did was work on a writing sprint, which just ended. So you did not miss any chatting, at least. So I love in Aspie Third Eye in the chat said 9 minutes left. I hope you're typing with one hand. She's saying to me. That's the thing with me, and I will say with me in writing sprints, I almost never can say, oh, I got 300, 500 words or something, because I have pieces is what I have, and I'm trying to put them together. And so I create little pieces, but then I have to take all this time to actually figure. And then I had for instance, I had a joke that I was trying to put in, and it was like, okay, that didn't work, but I know there's another version. It's at the end of the manuscript where my notes are, so I've got to go down there and look at that. So anyway, that's why when you watch, if you see me sprinting, it's I'm trying to find like this. So anyway, all right, but how did you do, Deb?
I got 748 words. I can believe it.
For the win.
That was the only one.
That is awesome. Was it more pleasant than the murder scene?
The story, right? Oh, yes, definitely. It was a fantasy scene. Yes, much better.
Okay.
But you know what I think is interesting, you guys? I think it's interesting that the story writes itself. You know, it's so weird. I never really knew that, because I used to write short stories, so it's not really the same. But in doing this, I find out it writes itself if I just sit here.
I guess in a way, it depends on the story. I wish it was that easy all the time.
Well, I mean, we don't know the quality of what I'm writing, correct?
Oh no, I bet it's great. But anyway, Jeanette is saying today was a big box laundromat weekend for me. I hit the thrift shop, picked up a few design books for cheap. Nice. Michelle saying it's a creative process. Linda Ingram saying hello, everyone. Michelle is saying hello. So we're all kind of here, and we're all. Does anybody? Did you like Allison or Sarah? Anybody? Did you get some creativity this week? Did you get some ways to express yourself?
Honestly, no.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm not a taskmaster. There's no whip. There's no ka-ching. No. Mm-mm.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about my characters, and I've been trying to work on getting Scrivener to work for me. And
Ah,
I think my problem with Scrivener is that I have what do you call it? A Windows. I have a PC, and it appears that Scrivener is much more delightful and entertaining and has a lot more fun when it's a Mac. And I feel like I got the
yeah,
redheaded stepchild version.
yeah. I get
So
that too.
so I'm trying to figure out. I have this old Mac here that someone left. So I'm wondering if I can stick it on there, but then I'm wondering, do I need to get another Scrivener subscription in order to use it on the Mac? Oh, I
Yeah,
do, Sarah?
it's a different program completely.
So,
Stinky.
and then I'm wondering how I'm going to transfer from the PC over to the Mac, you
The
know.
the files themselves, you can put them on Google Drive. The actual file will transfer between the different versions that you have, because there's a lot of people that work that co-author with Scrivener, and they'll keep a file, like a master file, on like Dropbox or whatnot. And some people have Macs and some people have PCs. So the actual manuscript file can be opened by either program.
Okay.
However, I would double check to make sure that the old Mac that you've got has the requirements needed for the new Scrivener. Because if not, you're
Okay.
just wasting your $40. So,
That's a great idea.
yeah.
Yeah. I hate having to be so technologically,
No,
competent these days.
no, well,
I long for the dark ages where nothing ever changed for like 400 years. Instead of every 40 days there's an update.
right. Or like typewriters. We had them from what, 1900? We're really 1900 to about what, 1985? That
Hmm.
very simple. And it got electric, made it a little easier, but you know, back when
I want to see your illuminated manuscript, Allison.
exactly. I
Like
like
the
that.
monks used to do.
Yep. Um, yeah, back when what was it? Random piece of trivia. The monkeys. Hey, we're the monkeys. And
Oh, yeah.
Mike Nesbitt, who was my favorite. His mother invented whiteout.
Oh.
So if anybody didn't know that, that's what she was a secretary, and she was so frustrated and fed up. So she went home and she made this up in her sink, and it
I
worked
love
so
her.
well. And she made $1 bazillion. And so when over the decades, when the monkeys would do, like, they'd get back together for like reunion tours to try to make some money or something, he just never went because he was fine. He's set for life because his mother invented whiteout in her sink.
Oh, what a genius. Way back, I typed on some of those early typewriters, and whiteout saved my butt.
Yeah, I'd say mine too. Mine too.
And the original cut and paste was like actually cutting out cutting out what you needed, putting it on another sheet of paper, taping it down, copying it, so then
That's
you could
right.
have the clean copy of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
like,
Oh,
yeah.
God, those were the days.
Yeah, try practicing law like that. That was crazy.
Oh,
it was
jeez.
awful. I remember. It was awful.
I remember when I was working when I wrote my first novel around 1990. It will never see the light of day. But I remember having to, like, I was laying papers down like all over the floor to try to figure out to rearrange stuff or move stuff, and then it was cutting out pieces, and it was just everywhere. It was crazy. Yeah.
I remember when clip art was literally, secretaries would buy these massive books of little drawings and things, and then you would literally clip the papers out. I mean, clip the design out and tape it onto the thing before you made photocopies. So yeah.
Yep. But these young people today, they'll never understand what it was like.
It's like going to school with bare feet or having to ride a horse to school.
Exactly. I agree with Aspie
Just
Third Eye.
like
She's
that.
saying it was a different kind of writing when it was on typewriters. It had to be done when your fingers move. No editing without wasting paper and a lot of time. Yep. Michelle's saying, wow, it's funny because I'm looking over the court documents from my great grandparents and there are typos left and right. Yep. Aspie Third Eye, I never wrote with a typewriter. Myself, I went from longhand to PC. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Jeanette, do any of you use the TV film trick of printing revisions on different colored paper? No, I don't. Does anybody? Because
Back in the old days, we did it on
Yeah?
green. That was work stuff. That was back when I was paralegal. It's rough.
was that so? Were those like those were the final copies, or was everything done on green, or was it just like green for some parts of it?
As long as it was draft, it was green. And then when it was ready to be final, it was white cotton paper.
Nice. Oh wow. Wow.
I
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know.
want to do that. I kind of want to go get some colored paper now and just print all of my drafts in like different colors. Dang
You can do it.
Jen. I'm money now. Dang it. Okay. Sorry. And I mean that in the best way possible.
It does sound intriguing.
It makes total sense because
Oh,
that
no,
way
it does.
you know what's what, and there's no confusion.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
color coded.
It is
Color coded.
Yeah. Well, in TV and film, the scripts, there's actually an order of the colors you're supposed to use for first draft, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Oh.
There's an actual order. At least I've seen a list of the order. If someone can correct me if I'm wrong easily, but yeah, it's just. I'm afraid with the amount of paper I'm dealing with and all the pieces I deal with, I'm just concerned that I would just get even more confused. My thing, what I do, and I will share this, is on my on mine, what I do up in this corner where I have the page number. First of all, I'm weird because I write in 2 columns in the manuscript when I'm writing. Ignore that part. But up here, it's not only the page number, but it's the name of it's the name of the book, my name, if it's a novel or something else, and then I've got the date. And I have the date in the format they use. I learned to do this years ago. If you do dates, just a string of numbers, and it's year, month, day, then the files will list correctly in order in the program. So I will do that, and people, there's so many people who just absolutely can't stand it. They're like, what is this? It's like, I have so many files, they have to be in order. I have to be able to find them. And then if I have multiples on the same day, then it's a -1 or -2 or -3. But I this is a field that I created in Word to put, so it's file name and then like / and then the page number. And I update that file name every time I save it with the new date. So when I find random pieces of paper, I can say, what version is this? How old is this? So that has helped me immensely. And with all the graphic work I do, it's a thing you can use when you're trying to organize covers and overlays and promotional material and what have you. You have the name of it, what it is, and then the date, year, month, day, just as a string of numbers. So anyway, I just threw that out there. So colors, it would be fun though. Jeanette, I find sometimes when I revise, I go back later and don't like the revision, so I know where I made the changes. That's a good idea. Jeanette, sometimes it's only a page of script, so you may have a rainbow script at the end. Interesting. Nice.
You can put track changes on too if you're using Word, so that you can go back, and it's kind of confusing in some ways, I think, but a lot of people use it.
That's true. Over time, though, wouldn't it just turn into a big...
Yes.
Spider web.
Yes.
That would be my...
But
it's thought. That is thought. Certainly, if you're creating maybe new copies of things, and then you're making it, I don't. But it's a thought. It's a thought. And hey, all. Whatever can save us from this process. This is good. This is good. Okay. Well, does anybody have anything coming up this week? I am recording chapter 2 and finishing the pieces of chapter 3. That's my thing. What are you guys doing this week? Deb?
Just keeping on. Same thing. Same thing I'm doing. Just try to get maybe 700 more words.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm so impressed with that.
Thank you.
Allison, what are you going to do this week?
Well, I'm going to keep writing and keep looking for classes that'll give me some more writing techniques and ways to, intrigue the reader so that they want to, I'm intrigued by the whole page turner, concept that some people can, the way they put it together, it makes you want to keep reading it. And then there's people who don't. I don't want to be the don't.
Oh,
I went to this one. I've been signing up for zillions of Eventbrite meetings, Zoom meetings, and sometimes I'm listening to what other authors are saying, and then other times it's techniques, and then other times it's something that I think it's going to be, but it's not. For example, I went to this one called How to Write a Killer Novel, which I'm thinking it's going to tell me how to write suspense, right? No. I must have been sleep deprived when I read the title, because it's about how to write a novel that's just really good. So it was like using the, the Dan Harmon plot, whatever circle.
Killer is an
that was
adjective.
Killer as an adjective, right? Pandas eat shoots and leaves,
yes. Yeah, that's frustrating, because I actually know there's a book on my Kindle that it's writing killer fiction, but it's about writing thrillers. So that's frustrating.
Yeah. So I have Don't Murder Your Mystery, which I'm looking at. Is that is that a different one that you have? The one on your Kindle is different.
Yeah, but when I say I own practically every writing book ever written. I have been studying this for years and years and years. I have got so much. So yeah.
Could you let me know the name of that book that you have on your Kindle?
Oh, sure. Michelle's asking, has anyone done a masterclass? I'm considering, but it's a bit pricey. I have done one, and from what I hear, It depends which one you want to do. I did the James Patterson one. Kavanaugh, Kate Kavanaugh, that was it. Kate Kavanaugh over on her channel, she did the Patterson Masterclass too, and she found the same thing I did, which was it wasn't very good. He really used it to just like get more co-authors. It was just really frustrating, but there are apparently some good ones. But
I'm intrigued by the Kate. Is it Margaret Atwood? About something about, let's start the story this way. It was dark inside the wolf, you know.
Yeah, there is a Margaret Atwood one.
Yes, I mean that one looks intriguing. And I'm wondering, is a masterclass subscription something that I can share with a family member, or is it just like one user only?
They've got a buy one get one free is a promo they've been running for the last couple of years. So
buy one masterclass, get one free?
Buy one subscription. A subscription gets you everything. It gets you access to all of the master classes, not just in writing, but the Gordon Ramsay one, everything they've basically got in the whole system. And if you buy one, you get a second subscription to give away for free. So that's the promo they've been running. So if you go and have these with someone, instead of paying $1.99, it's $99 each. So
okay. Because I was thinking of getting it for my daughter for her birthday. So
that would be cool. That would be very cool. That's an awesome gift.
Well, she's an aspiring actress, so I try to be helpful.
Oh, well, good luck to her. I really hope she's successful.
Thank you. I believe she will be.
Good. I did want to the book. It's a good one. It's by Carolyn Wheat, How to Write Killer Fiction, and I can recommend that one. For instance, in the contents here, it's really to writing the difference, like writing a good mystery, and then writing a good thriller, and the differences between them. It's a really good book. So I can recommend this one.
How to Write Killer Fiction by Carolyn Wheat?
Yes. So
killer like the killer, not
How to Write Killer
Killer.
Greatness.
It's how to write books, mysteries, and thrillers is what it is.
Okay.
And it's very good. So, Michelle's saying Sandra Tan, who wrote the Joy Luck Club, and Atwood look good. Yeah, Amy Tan and Atwood. Yeah, I think there's what's his name? He wrote Death. Neil Gaiman. I think he has one too. So, but I don't know anybody who's taken that personally. So,
I think I saw Gaiman's recommended in another group. I mean, a post that was fleeting. So it could be good. So, but with Gaiman's got so many just hardcore fans that you don't know how much of it is because the course was good or how much of it was fanning over Gaiman.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean,
Yep, it can happen. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Thank you. Good reminder. So, well, is there anything else? Anybody have any other questions or Sarah, did you have something you were aiming for this week?
This next week I've got to reschedule some things. I am going to push the second book back a couple of weeks. And there's just this last Mercury retrograde slaughtered me. I mean, there was just stuff left, right, and center. So I had to do a lot of recouping and mentally and whatnot, and then Add to the fact that we're in the middle of getting new carpet, and so I'm having to pack up our living room and dining room so that way they can come in and do all that. And the thought of having that book done in a week and a half, and I was just like, I was almost in hives. So I got a hold of my assistant, and I was like, no. So, we're getting that pushed back. So, next week we'll be getting writing done and then coming up with a workable plan so that way everything will be done in a timely manner and no more surprises or freakouts or wannabe hives or anything like that. So that's
and maybe you'll have like working water the whole time. That would be awesome.
No more freaks, no apocalypse storms and all that good stuff. So yeah,
electricity, constant electricity. It's nifty.
Internet, yeah.
Internet,
it's writing. Food for your future writing. You can write about the hardships.
Right.
No water, no electricity.
Right. Right. So.
Aspie Third Eye is throwing in here. I've never had a writing class. When I'm writing, I won't even read other fiction and often won't even watch movies either. I had a style at 13 and was advised to develop it without outside influence.
Very cool.
That is cool. While you're working, if that's how you work best, do it. Without outside influence, I don't know. I think over the years, I've certainly in my 20s, I would actually sit down and I would take random. I would actually way back when I would actually take like random pages from books, different authors, and I would just sit down and I would just type out a page of their book, like pick a random page and just see how are they using their tags, how are they describing things, and like then go find another author and just type out one page. How are they describing thing? Oh, that's interesting. And then another, and so. Things like that, it gets back into your subconscious. I don't know if it did me any good, but I know back in the day, I would do things like that. It was a simpler time. We didn't have the internet like we have now. So anyway.
I think there might be something to that as far as when you're reading in the particular genre that you're in. I read years ago that James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich from Metallica, like before they were scheduled to get together to start writing an album and go record, like up to 3 months before then, they would stop listening to any music in their genre and force themselves to listen to music in other genres so that way they weren't influenced and caught in inadvertently riffing off other people. Mm-hmm. So granted, this is a whole different thing, but I think that there might be something to that. If you're in the middle of writing a mystery, not read mysteries at the moment and read something else for pleasure, or it could be just the opposite, whatever works for you, but there might be something to that.
Yeah, I think, and I think that the key really was back up here in the chat where make sure Michelle was saying it's a creative process, and everybody has got their own quirks and ways, and I think that's why we spend so much time saying, okay, well, I've done this, you've done that, and you've done this, and you've done that, and sharing that, everything from, do you use colored paper, do you what program are you going to use, or all this, because there's a lot to juggle, and you're still trying to find the best ways to that you can express yourself. So, all right. Well, that is going to do it for us this week. But thank you all so much for being here. I so look forward to seeing your wonderful faces and talking to all you wonderful people in the chat too. Thank you for everything. Oh. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. One last thing. I'm going to be checking into the Romance Writers of America because I joined them last year, and they have a lot of free classes. Not a lot, but some free classes, and then some that you can pay for. So I figure I'll be doing that and seeing what I can learn that way.
Nice. I like
So,
it. Oh, yeah, learning, it's so important, and to keep learning and keep reading. And these, all, like I was saying, all these books on writing that I own, I didn't buy them all back in the day. I bought some of them last week. I bought last month, So, yep. But that's wonderful. It's a great idea. All right, everybody, have a wonderful week. See you back here again next week, and be yourself, be creative. Spread your creativity into the world. All right, take care. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.